And on 8, if you love soul, if you love blues, this is where you need to be. Get your tickets now.
Happy Happy Taco Tuesday to each and every one of you all. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. Here on these fine radio stations, WOST Radio, DB Chicago, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, WRLN Radio, a Ray Neal media station, WBOE, a Reggie Miles radio station, and last but not least, My Jam Radio. Once again, yours truly, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. And of course, it's almost the first of the month. So donations are welcome via Zelle at alpgreer@gmail.com. That's Al, P as in Paul, Greer at gmail.com. Let me give you that one more time. I'm not going to say it anymore tonight, I promise. Donations are welcome via Zelle at Al P. Greer, Greer at gmail.com. All right. All right. So I have, it's still early, so I have 10 listeners. So if those 10 listeners who are in the chat room right now send me, let's say $20 a piece, yeah, I should be straight. At least I can get some gas money. Anyway, coming up in our last hour, we do a thing we call foreplay. 4 songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. That's in our last hour here on Bedtime Stories. And throughout the night, who did it best? Same song, different artist. That is all coming up tonight here on Bedtime Stories as we kick it off with Isaac Hayes. Your love is so doggone good. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories. So good. Anybody here yet? Nope, not yet. Okay, we'll wait. Deron Williams, good evening, sir. Thank you for joining the party. So good. Okay, where's everybody else now? Don't want to repeat of last night. Doggone good. Deron, how was your day, sir? And where's Henry Cooper? Come on, camera, act right. All right, let's get it cracking. All right, I am fed, full and fed. From the album Black Moses, Isaac Hayes, Going in Circles, right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. What was your favorite movie? One of my favorite movies, of course, was School Days, which was directed by Spike Lee, and he also had a part in that movie as well. They had a lot of great songs in that movie. One of them was, I don't know if they were a real group or what, but it was a good song. And I forgot it was in one of those love scenes, right? And it goes like this. Name of the group was called Tech and the Effects. Now, I believe that was just a studio group. I don't think it was a real group because they never did anything else after that. I just thought the song was just so sexy. This perfect match on Bedtime Stories. D-Ron, what's going on, sir? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The perfect match. The perfect match. Not the phone. Mm-mm. There is no video for that song. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm.
Greatest love songs of all time with Al Greer on Bedtime Stories.
You know, people ask me all the time if there was a way that they could bring Phyllis back, who would you put her against? I'm like, that's a good question. There was no one like Phyllis. No one. In that movie, School Days, oh my goodness. She just lit up. I mean, everything stopped when she got on stage. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, I don't know about you. It stopped for me. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Um, like I said, love me some Phyllis Hyman. She was just mm, the bomb. In that movie, I mean, she just made the movie. Anyway, we're going to play some more movie songs throughout the night. Right now, here's Donald Byrd featuring Isaac Hayes, and I feel like loving you today on Bedtime Stories. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. 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 Feel like loving you today. Mm. Donald Byrd, The Blackbirds, and Love So Fine, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Rose. Thank you for checking in. And also to Monique. Happy belated birthday to Auntie Monique. Yeah, there are two Moniques. Yeah. But the other Monique, her birthday is not until May. She's a Taurus. So there you go. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. If you're thinking about taking Ozempic to lose weight, you might want to think twice about that. Why? Because if you look at people who have taken Ozempic, for example, Oprah Winfrey, they said she has Ozempic feet. I'm like, what does that mean? Well, she's always had the same feet that she's always had. And how can I put it? Old lady feet. That's what she got. She got old lady feet. Everything else on her is, redone, tucked, nipped and tucked, lifted and separated. But those feet, she's like, that's from years of wearing heels, and your feet start to do that curve thing, like old lady feet. So if you're thinking about taking Ozempic, it also causes your eyes to droop a little bit because of the rapid weight loss. The best way to lose weight is the natural way. Go to the damn gym. Okay? There you go. No Ozempic. Don't be lazy. Go to the gym. You can even walk in place and still lose weight. You don't have to take any drugs for it because those drugs are no good. I'm just telling you. No Ozempic. Don't be lazy. Go to the gym. Get you one of those treadmills in your crib, put it in the basement, and that's it. That's it. That's all. Now, if you want to take Ozempic, don't take my advice. But trust me, I'm a doctor. Yes, you are. I can't hold back. Don't want to get cut off. That's Warner Brothers. They cut me off. At the knees, Duran. At the knees. Whoop. One dropped off. Oh well. She just lit up. I mean, everything stopped when she got on stage. I know, right? Mm. All right, I'm done. Called dandruff. That's what it's called.
Harrison, and I walk into bedtime stories with my favorite guy, Dr. Al Greer, on WOSD Radio and WC Topics for Chicago. From 9 p.m. to 12 midnight, playing nothing but the classic love songs. When he push you to bed, but never to sleep. Dr. Greer, give us a name.
Don't mind if I do. Hmm. No, no, not me. Hmm. Anybody else? Nope. Nobody else? Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. I reloaded. Okay, where is everybody? If you all don't start talking, I'm going to take off my clothes. Ah, that would be something, wouldn't it?
I've looked at her.
I am the one. Either that or I'm gonna start singing. Here we go. Just followed. Keep it up. Nice gameplay. Love the background music. Back again for another stream. What game is this? This is not a game. Oh no. Hello from YouTube. Thank you. Are these really for me or this just computer generated? Yeah, they're computer generated. That's not really. They're not really for me. Demo chat. Okay. All right. Two in a row from Prince. That is the one right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, hello to Deron Williams. Thank you for checking in to Bedtime Stories. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to tell your friends, hey, this is where I am, Monday through Thursday from 9 until midnight Central Standard Time. It's Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer.
Smokehouse Barbecue, 5502 MC Way, open 7 days a week. Can't beat that. Call them 317-722-0506. Real smoke, real flavor, real Indianapolis.
So the next time you're in Indy, Garrett's Smokehouse and Bull and Food Truck. That's two different places. So yeah, I'm sure it would take too long to you know order on what is it? Not eBay. Good lord. Yeah, yeah. 3 hours for some or 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's like okay. Grubhub. Yeah. Unless you're already there, then I'm sure they deliver it to you. Garrett Smokehouse, Bull Grill and Food Truck. Tell them you heard it here on Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, taking you from the 8 track to the latest now, as well as WRLN Radio, a Ray Neal media station, WBOE, a Reggie Miles media station, and, of course, My Jam Radio. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and these are the greatest love songs of all time here on Bedtime Stories. This song was made popular from the show General Hospital. Seem to do. Alrighty then. And this is me. Mm-mm. There we go. Just a smidgen. Take me. Take me. Kissing you. I was so proud of myself. Just a dream. kissing you. Ooh, got the right one too. Boom, boom. Baby, come to me. When we put my lights around you, this was meant to be. I'm so glad I found you, need you every day. Love around me, baby, always stay. So can't go back to living without you. Oh. Mm. I remember seeing Patty Austin in person and live and in living color. And she said it takes James Ingram to just come in like 3 minutes before the song, well, a few minutes before the song is over, to come in and just say, "Hey, I need you every day." I'm like, I know how you feel, James. Sometimes you just got to grab the girl and say, "Hey, I love you, man." Just got to grab them by the collar. "Hey, I need you every day. I ain't playing." Sometimes women believe you when you say that. And then other times you might get the taste slapped out of your mouth from grabbing her. Say, "Hey, Yeah, try a little tenderness. That's what Otis Redding said. Hey, doesn't always work. It works for Teddy Pendergrass, though. Hey, turn them off. Yeah, it's Tony Terry with you. Of course. James Ingram said, hey. Whew, I'm back. Had to go in the corner. Kenny Lattimore, Tony Terry, for you and with you, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Some people are listening to other radio stations. Anyway, I'll call him back later. He'll be up for a while, trust me. Anyway, if you want to know the truth about Luther Vandross, the truth is in this song that he wrote, and you could say it was autobiographical. I hope I said that correctly. Here's Any Love from Luther Ronzoni Vandross Jr. on Bedtime Stories. In a lot of ways, you're a lucky guy. Yes, sir. You ready? Just the history as you know it of WVON. Uh, yeah, cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I know the real history, but yeah, right. No, 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 no. We don't want to tarnish the reputation, although those of us that are insiders, we already know, the Brunswick story and all of that stuff. So, yeah, how somebody got hung out of a window because they asked for their royalties. Yeah, yeah, but that's it. No, no, yeah, just between 12 and 2. Okay. All right. Have a good night, Aunt. Take care. Bye bye. Oh, oh, my goodness.
Bedtime Stories.
Mm. Damn. Two in a row from one of the greatest singers of all time, Luther Vandross, and nobody to love. Yeah, that's gonna be me, you know. Anyway, it is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, shouting out Lucille Bell, whose birthday is today. She just made 75. But I got to tell you, 75 is the new 65 or 55, depending on how well you took care of yourself when you were younger, okay? So remember that. 75 is not old anymore. 75 used to be old, you know. The old ladies would have their the pantyhose or the uh, support hose with the quarter in it or the penny or whatever. Yeah, or they would use those straps to hold their stockings up. They don't do that anymore, do they? Nah. So you're not old if you don't do that. If you just wear old regular old drawers, you are you're all right. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday. Here's Chris Youngblood. It's called I'm in Love with You here on Bedtime Stories. Eyes. I couldn't think of them. 10:33 already. It's time for Kimmel. Good times, baby. You're probably saying this live isn't exciting at all. What is he talking about? Oh no. Oh no. Woo. Oh no, not them. Mhm. You don't like those microphones, huh? The Jacksons and Good Times right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you so much for joining us as always. Don't forget, if you're on Facebook right now, where it says like, comment, and share, just hit share. And that just shares it with all of your buddies, all of your friends on Facebook. Kind of cool the way that goes. And of course, I'm also live on Twitch and what is that? YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, cool. And I'll be preserved forever on YouTube because we still have videos on YouTube that of people who are no longer with us. So yeah, I'll be well preserved long after I'm gone. Isn't that cool? Somebody was asking me who would they put up against Phyllis Hyman in a battle. Well, first of all, there is nobody better than Phyllis. I don't care what anybody says. You can put anybody, Anita Baker, Mariah Carey, anybody. There's only one person that could beat Phyllis, and that's the woman that she patterned herself after, Nancy Wilson. The only person. Yep. And it will still be a tie. Here's Fancy Nancy on Bedtime Stories. Now, who would you put up against Phyllis? Nobody? Yeah. Nancy Wilson, song stylist. She not only sang jazz, she sang R&B. She could sing gospel if she wanted to. She could sing everything. Nancy Wilson could have sang the phone book and it would have sounded good. No shade on Anita Baker. She's good, but she's no Nancy Wilson. And this girl's not even in any of the categories. She's in the category all by herself. Let me be careful the way I talk about her because there's a young lady who lives in Nashville who's just crazy about her. Mary J. Blige, Mary Jane, or All Night Long, originally done by the Mary Jane Girls, writing on bedtime stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, where foreplay is next. Woo-woo. Mm. That song is nasty. That's all I got to say. That song is just nasty. Teddy Riley and Blackstreet, right here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, WRLN Radio, a radio media station, WBOE, the best of everything, and My Jam Radio. This song is just nasty. Just all the way through, just nasty. Foreplay is next.
Dr. Al Greer, WOSD Radio.
Now, that's actually on Sunday, the 19th, not Saturday. I got to correct that. So you can get your eat on and your bowl on at Strikes and Bites. Now, that one was correct. Anyway, it's time for foreplay. We're going to do 2 nights of this gentleman because you cannot just play 4 songs in one night and just, call it a feature. This gentleman was a singer, songwriter, record producer, helped shape the sound of Motown. As a matter of fact, he was known as the Prince of Motown. Yeah, with a string of hits, Ain't That Peculiar, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, Heard It Through the Grapevine, and of course his duets with Mary Wells, Kim Weston, Dinah Ross, and the late great Miss Tammy Terrell. He recorded albums by himself, of course, What's Going On, Let's Get It On, The list goes on. That's why we need two nights of the great Marvin Gaye. Tomorrow would have been his birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to the great Marvin Gaye. Oh, no, that's wrong. Be a lover.
You're listening to the bedtime service where we put you to bed but never to sleep. Dr. Al Greer, WOSD Radio. The kids ain't gotta they start dancing. It was so cute.
Hmm.
Good night, brother.
Oh. Excuse me.
Oops, sorry. Hey, this is mine. Oops, sorry.
I'm Clara, Mr. Benjamin's wife. Are you his secretary? No, I'm his girlfriend. You're pregnant. I'm Clara, Mr. Benjamin.
I miss you so much. I think about you all day, every day. Matter of fact, I dreamed about you last night. I dreamed about you last night. Yeah. She need to wear 3 bras and a helmet to cover them nipples.
Hmm.
One of my first real writing jobs before the Man Show, or right around that time, I got a call. I'd been writing with Billy Crystal, saying, "If you ever host again, please have me." So I get the call, and I'm out there, and you know how it is. You're backstage in a pen, in case like something happens, and you want to like give the host an idea. Well, I'm sitting there with the writers, and Arnold Schwarzenegger comes backstage, and he's going over his lines. He's about to introduce best foreign language film, which for him is English. And I could tell he's nervous, and he's looking at his stuff. And I noticed that the cuff of his, he had these beautiful cowboy boots, alligator boots, and his one cuff was tucked in and one was out. And I'm like, oh no, do I say something to him? He's going to walk out in front of a billion people. So finally I got the courage, and I didn't want to screw up his name, so I said, Mr. Terminator, you might want to check your cuff. And he looked at it, he shook his head, and he immediately blamed his wife. He was like, Maria. I don't know if that's why they separated.
Yeah, I did hear that was why, yeah.
It was fun.
So, I think it was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You gave me a VHS tape,
Yeah.
and it was a show you did in a little theater,
Yeah.
a one-man show,
Yeah.
very beautiful one-man show about your parents, about your grandfather who
Yeah.
played a big role in raising you,
Yeah.
called Take a Banana for a Ride. And now you did it on Broadway. You had this big show on Broadway, and you shot it for Netflix,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, really an unbelievable journey. I'm very proud of you.
Jimmy, every couple of years, Jimmy would hit me up and go, whatever happened with that show about your
You
family?
gotta do that show.
And I'm like, I can't find the VHS. And Jimmy's like, I have the VHS. And I didn't really have the emotional strength to keep it going 30 years ago. It was about loss and resilience and bouncing back when you lose people. And more recently, like during the pandemic, Norm Macdonald, Gilbert Gottfried, and Bob Saget all passed away within 8 months.
All your good friends.
I looked back at the old show and said, man, I'm the one left to tell this story.
Woo! Such a tragic loss. It's hard to still talk about it. It was probably the worst April Fool's joke ever. It's like, Marvin Gaye died. His father shot him. And all we could think about is when we were kids, when we were children, and your parents always said, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. That's all I could think of. And Marvin Sr. did on April Fool's Day back in 1984. I never will forget that. Marvin's birthday was the next day. So that's why we're paying tribute to him twice. On the day that he was born, on the day he was taken away from us. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, with the first of two in a row from Prince Rogers Nelson. Bing bong. Closer. Become popular. you know, you be popular online or in real life. But thank you. Become popular. Yeah, I should all over again. Become popular. And one of these days I will be. Right before I kick the bucket, buy the farm, whatever.
Sanford and Son fact number 8. Remember Sonny Cochran, the lawyer slash tailor in Sanford and Son? Most remember him as Huggy Bear in Starsky and Hutch.
Of course.
Fargus appeared in over 135 movies and shows, making him a major success. Still working as in 2024. Football fans might remember his last name, Fargus, as his son Justin played 7 seasons in the Oakland Raiders. Either entertainment or parenting, Antonio hit it out of the park in life. Sanford.
Did you know that the 1970 sequel, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, is the only film in the original series of 5 that does not star actor Roddy McDowall, who is committed to another project? Archive footage of McDowall as Cornelius is played at the start, and David Watson actually plays the character throughout the rest of the film. Despite this, McDowall is often pictured on video and DVD packaging for the movie. Additionally, Watson and McDowall appeared together 2 years earlier in the made-for-television musical The Legend of Robin Hood, with Watson in the role of Robin Hood and McDowall playing Prince John. Did you know that
I didn't know that. No. Bobby Womack.
So February 26, 1965, Barbara and Bobby went to the Los Angeles County Courthouse to get married. Barbara wore a lime dress with pearl earrings, a pearl necklace, and brown alligator shoes with a purse to match. Bobby wore a blue suit, but this was a request from Barbara. Now, allegedly, this suit once belonged to Sam. I know. But because because he was under 21 and didn't have the permission of his parents, their application to get married was denied. And can you imagine? Because the press was there, taking pictures and capturing this entire moment, only for them to not be married. If at first you don't succeed, try again. But they would only need to try one more time. So the day after his 21st birthday, on March 5th, 1965, Bobby became the husband to Barbara Cook and the stepfather to her daughters, Linda and Tracy. Now, as you would imagine, a lot of people in the music industry were pissed about this marriage. Bobby said he'd go on to play at a club, and they'd introduce him as, quote, the boy that married Sam Cooke's wife. He was seen as a traitor and an opportunist. And this really came as a surprise to him. He really thought people would embrace this way more than they actually did. Now, in 1966, Barbara and Bobby would have a child, a son named Vincent Twain. And outside of the occasional news surrounding the aftermath from Sam's death, you didn't hear much about the Womacs. But that would change in 1970. Barbara said one day she found Bobby in bed with her 17-year-old daughter, Linda. She said, "You effing B, what are you doing with my daughter?" She then shot him with a .32, which grazed his temple, and he ran out the home. So needless to say, that moment ended their marriage, and according to Bobby, would be the last time Linda would speak to her mother. Their divorce would be finalized in 1971. Bobby would say, "We parted on friendly terms."
Got a good.
So on February 26, 1965, Barbara and Bobby went to the Los Angeles County Courthouse to get married. Barbara wore a lime dress with pearl earrings, a pearl necklace, and brown alligator shoes with a purse to match. Bobby wore a blue suit, but this was a request from Barbara. Now, allegedly, the suit once belonged to Sam. I know. But because he was under 21 and didn't have the permission of his parents, their application to get married was denied. And can you imagine? Because the press was there, taking pictures and capturing this entire moment, only for them to not be.
Almost done. Let's get almost. Almost done. Let's get almost.
There's some actors that just deserve more credit. CCH Pounder is one of them. And yes, her name is CCH. When I was younger, I thought it was Pound. She's gonna turn up in the most random of movies or TV shows, and she's still gonna get the best performance. You know why she stayed working? Because she gives a performance that sometimes the movies don't even deserve. Because look at that look of terror in Orphan. She wasn't really scared of that little girl. That was all acting. Because you know, if you're sitting there bored watching NCIS, New Orleans, you're gonna be like, wow, she really good. She better than anybody on here. She always has been giving performances, even in leading roles in films that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. Because she did this really amazing performance in this movie called Baghdad Cafe. And then they turned Baghdad Cafe into a sitcom, and they replaced CCH Pounder with Whoopi Goldberg, but they kept her daughter, Monica Calhoun. I feel like even though Whoopi Goldberg is more famous, y'all would remember the show more if it had CCH Pounder in it. Ever since she popped up in this movie Demon Knight, she got her arm ripped off and she was still climbing up ladders. I knew this was an actress that was willing to do anything. She's the queen in Avatar. I mean, I don't blame you if you don't know it because it don't look like her, but she's the queen in Avatar. One point, she even played Officer Shirley on Rocky Mountain. She always pops up in the things that people don't remember because, like, she played Deary B's fake mama. Was nominated for an Emmy for her performance in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency when Jill Scott had a show on HBO and none of y'all watched it. I always like to make the connections with her because she would just pop up and you would have no idea she was there. I would always watch The X-Files and boom, there she was. She got nominated for an Emmy for this too. And she got nominated for her performance in The Shield. CCH Pounder is one of those actresses that just is about to craft. Don't matter if she's doing the dumbest movie. You know she got her script in hand on set.
Meu Deus, cadê minha barriga? Ele vai descobrir tudo.
Não sabe direito.
Hungry.
I know what you want.
Well, I think I'll have some vicious wasp, some escargot, asparagus with hollandaise, cream spinach, or some mashed potatoes with butter. Lots and lots
have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who matter the most. We have to protect all men in America.
To a world where people may miss a warning signal from their body, one woman, okay, two women are spreading the word.
People with high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes.
Like I said about Deep by Blackstreet, it's just nasty. Insatiable from Prince. Before that, more nastiness from Prince. Yeah, Scandalous from the Batman soundtrack, right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. If you ever have like a greatest hits album or CD by Prince, you'll notice that the songs that are missing are all from the Batman soundtrack. Why, you ask? I'm glad you asked. All those songs belong to the movie soundtrack. Yeah. In other words, he signed over his rights to those songs. So therefore, the songs are owned by Warner Brothers, which is the same company that his label was on, Warner Brothers. But none of those songs show up on his greatest hits albums. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know that. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. From Memphis, Tennessee, these are the Barkays and Anticipation on Bedtime Stories. Mm-mm-mm. Can't hardly wait. Mm-mm-mm. To be patient.
Lewis. Jimmy Jam Harris is the guy on keyboards, and that's Terry Lewis playing bass. They're now Flight Time Productions, Grammy Award-winning producers who, like Prince, still live and work in Minneapolis.
I remember when Terry found the building. Terry found this building. He said, it's on 43rd and M. And I said, so I can say that now. See, we're not gonna be here when this airs. So everybody's gonna be going, oh, really? Ha ha. We're not there anymore. Okay, so I said 43rd and M. I said I used to walk by there every day to go into school. I went to Washington. I used to walk by every day. I knew the neighborhood. Remember the hardware store and the mortuary. They never brought the business. This building I didn't remember. Hi, I'm David Letterman. Right. Now this is what this reminds me of. This is like David Letterman when the guys come and run out again. Right. Okay, along the wall, this is like our Hall of Fame, right? If you go along these walls here, we start with the origins, of course, the time, what time is it, all that stuff. What time is it? Little cute guitar player, make your mama proud. We move into our newer stuff, the Human League. Herb Alpert. New Alexander O'Neill. Patty Osmond, Robert Palmer, so on and so forth. The list goes on and on. And of course, who could forget Janet Jackson? Control. You guys are fast enough. We have to get a shot. Hang on. Let's just we're working with my best friend and business partner, Mr. Terry Lewis. Mr. Terry Lewis is here at the mailbox. Me and Terry were aware of each other. This is in junior high. We got together, we did a couple of gigs. Terry went off and formed Flight Time. I went off in a few different bands. And then we got to a point where Terry was playing, I was DJing at the Foxtrot, called Foxtrot, which is now Jukebox Saturday night or whatever. I was spinning records upstairs. His band was playing downstairs. He'd come up and watch me spin. I'd go down and watch the band play. So it was like we were always like this. We even tried to get together a couple times and write some songs, but it didn't work because I was so into this melodic singing group thing. And he was into the P-Funk, Funkadelic, serious. You know, we just were we clashed. Didn't work. And, you know, eventually, I think that's what did work between us, was that our influences were so different that we finally, at some point, got mature enough to figure out how to mesh them together to make a good sound. This is our piano here, Yamaha. This is where we create all our great songs like Let's Wait a While and, gee, what else did we hand out? Waiting for the right moment to come so I can thank you for everything you gave to me. It's more of a Jam Lewis style than a Jam Lewis sound, because there's a style in which I play keyboards that I can only really play one of it. There's a style in which Terry plays bass. There's a style of lyrics Terry likes to do.
No, my first name ain't baby, it's Janice. It's Janice.
When we consciously try to switch, according to who we do, we switch into totally different gears. And there's certain sounds that we reserve for certain artists.
Wait, run that back. You're telling me your team...
There's two type of people in the world. One is a freaky ass nigga.
They had a sound like no other. Other people tried to, I guess, imitate them. You know, you had Larry Blackman going, ow. You had Larry Dotson going, ow. You had Lionel Richie going, ow. You know, I don't know who did it best. The Barcades and Attitudes right here on Bedtime Stories with the Peanut Butter Brother, Dr. Al Greer. I got one more song to play. One more. From song stylist, not jazz vocalist, not R&B vocalist. Song stylist Nancy Sue Wilson.
Oh, so it's like that. That's cool. That's cool. I thought y'all was my peeps. Y'all ain't gonna have cold to kick around no more. I thought y'all was my peeps. You know, hey, yo, fuck y'all. That's that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna come on me like that? Boy, hey, we cool. Me and you is boys.
That song is so beautiful. Someone to watch over me. That's going to do it for me, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you so much for staying up with me. To Ron Williams, he was the only one. And everybody on Facebook, Twitch, and of course, YouTube. Thank you so much. truly appreciate it. And everybody who was texting me tonight, you know, they chose not to go on Facebook or Twitch or whatever. They just felt like just texting me. Lady Lynn Yolanda, thank you so much. Monique and Miss Delicious, thank you so much. Made for an interesting night. So I'm about to go back to bed. You know, that old man thing, you know. Anyway, till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Once again, good night, Monique. Oh, and by the way, Marvin Gaye Part 2 tomorrow night, all right? Nighty night, guys.